What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So before I kick this one off, I just wanted to let you guys know that the game I'm playing in the background is a game that I found on Steam. Now, by the way, this is not sponsored, okay? This is just something that I came across a few weeks back, and you guys may remember I did also post a video on it to get you guys' thoughts, as of course it is a superhero game. Now, to add to that, at the same time, it's just something different, of course, to showcase in these videos, because there's only so much, Avengers footage that I can show until it does get repetitive. Now, the game you see is actually called Undefeated. It's free to play, and if you guys are interested in me talking about it a bit more, doing like some more in-depth footage on the game, a walk around, etc., let me know in the comment section below, as it is a really cool game. Now, diving into what this video is about, as always, whenever a new announcement gets made for this new Avengers game, all hell breaks loose because people are not happy. And this is exactly what has happened again. Exactly the same traits every single time. People just lose their stuff. Now, get in the comments below and tell me what you really want to see in terms of gameplay features, maps, and overall modes, as I do also want to make a follow-up video discussing some community ideas that I do think it's really important. And last time we done that, of course, we had some great ideas like the Hulk mode, which was absolutely insane. Now, on the official Avengers Twitter account, they posted the following: "Get ready to assemble, Marvel's Avengers is coming to Gamescom 2019 from August the 20th to the 24th in Cologne, Germany, with our first hands-on playable demo where you will experience the mighty Avengers. Prepare to #embrace your powers." Now, this is where you see people lose their stuff, because yet again, of course, people get annoyed that it's another exclusive showcase. Now, just a reminder, 1 week after Gamescom is when gameplay is being revealed, and when I say gameplay being revealed, all the stuff in terms of demo that we saw at E3, etc, this is what was officially confirmed by the guys themselves. Now, this playable demo needs to be explained. Gamescom being the second biggest gaming event below E3, but now I would say it's definitely becoming even way more popular than it was, of course, is going to have a crap ton of people there. Now, unlike the E3 demo, this will be playable essentially to the public as far as I'm aware. It won't be a situation where it's kind of like press exclusive or anything else, it's just a matter of it being on the show floor. It's very important to actually mention that because, of course, if you go back to E3 2019, when we saw essentially the first demo that was then leaked, where you can only see basically 4, but you technically couldn't, that is what essentially was, I would say, an exclusive demo. Now, to add to that, they have announced that this is pretty much obviously saying it won't be the same gameplay that people at E3 got to experience, although it might actually have that section in the demo. The reason I say that is because we now know that is more or less the opening of the game. And it's safe to say that everyone who is hyped up for this game, everyone on the internet who is really excited, has definitely seen this by now. So if you saw it again in an official version, I don't think anyone would really care too much. Alright, now that leads me on to say that the gameplay that will be playable in this demo will be showcased first at Gamescom. If they have like a little panel, we'll have new details and a more in-depth gameplay of things like, for example, customization. And then again, 1 week later, the official content will get released. Now, is that to say that there will also be a new trailer? I have no idea, but it could be, realistic. And let's just say, we are in September now, okay? That leaves them exactly with about 9 months of marketing to do for this game. And a lot of people on the internet, just like they are aware, of course, because they did say that they always will be on someone's crap list, they do know what's going on, and they are seeing the way people are responding to things. And that's why, now if there's a public gameplay, it could be a matter where they have all these parts they have showcased before, but at the same time it's got to be something new. It just has to be, otherwise it's safe to say that it's a marketing nightmare, because no one really knows what's going on. Now, of course, it's very important that they don't just consistently shove the game in our faces. We've seen loads of companies do that before, and sometimes it just doesn't end out too good, and that's a matter of, A, you've probably seen too much of the game, or B, you've seen too much of the game that you don't like, so that now leads you on to not even bothering with the game at all. But I think now, with having a public gameplay demo, right, for Gamescom, is going to bring up a load of reviews for the game, which can actually finalize all the stuff we have seen, because all the stuff we have seen only comes from one source, and then of course everyone becomes opinionated on it. But now if it's a public one, there's definitely going to be a lot of reviews and again new details on things that people are able to discover. Now again, if you want to look back at Spider-Man PS4 though, of course it was announced 2 years before its release date, but I would say the promo started heavy on the game about 5 months before its release, so let's just say like May time I would say is when details start to get released. But also something to take into consideration is all the new details they will be revealing will now be announced either on their Twitter or in like exclusive interviews with devs, as this game won't be going to E3 again, of course, as its release date is May 2020 and E3 is in June. And that's where, if you look back at Spider-Man PS4, I would say that they had an extra pump in promo for the game, as of course it was able to go to E3 one last time with only a few months left to the game's release. And at that time, you gotta think, right, everyone's still super excited about the game, you're all kind of buzzing about the new things you see, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna go purchase this game because what I saw a couple of months ago was absolutely insane. And then of course you see like exclusive, you know, like stuff with Game Informer for example, where it'll be like a whole week of showcasing that stuff, etc, etc. But what I say now is definitely something that I know a lot of guys can agree to, and that's that going to these gaming events is nowhere near as powerful as it used to be. Nowadays you can drop a trailer on your Twitter account or your YouTube account, whatever it may be, and it will absolutely explode. Of course, if you are that only source, if you are the people behind that game and it is super anticipated, then without a doubt it's gonna do well, because it's something people really want to see. So I think these this Gamescom event will probably be the last big event, in my opinion. I could be wrong and I know a lot of people will disagree with me. But just to recap, okay, I don't think anyone should be mad about this. I think we should just let it be a normal playable demo. Of course we know we got the beta coming up, which was actually rumored for March, bear in mind. Whether or not that was a really risky, you know, leak, I guess, because if it's in March, it's super close to the release date. If there's a lot of complaints, it's super hard to, of course, you know, figure things out in terms of polishing the game before its launch date. So I guess it sounds realistic to some extent, but if it was realistic, it wouldn't exactly be the smartest of things to do, just in case, unless of course you are 100% positive that the game is up to date. But I think let this playable demo happen, simply because it can actually finalize our thoughts that we have seen for the game. Every sort of review on this game so far, you have to imagine, was I guess like 90% from E3, okay? And that 90% from E3 are the people that were basically there in person, that also saw the trailer that was still revealed worldwide. But then to add to that, of course, the people that got to play the exclusive demo and interview the devs as well. So when things like that happen, naturally we got new information about the game, then we got people's, you know, criticism on like the character features and how it doesn't look like X, Y, and Z and how the graphics are awful. But now being a playable demo, I mean, if you know someone going to E3, so if you know someone going to Gamescom, at least you know you can actually say, well, hey, what were your actual hands-on experience with the game? How did the characters feel? Do some characters feel bulkier than others? Does the combat feel stiff? Etc, etc, and of course the key thing being, is there variety in the game? So now all the reviews we'll be seeing this month and early September are going to be the ones that are really going to finalize the state and condition of this game so far. So all the stuff that I would say you have heard in the past, it's now time to ignore that, because I just think that's going to be irrelevant. But what do you guys think in the comment section below? So, to recap this, of course, the footage that will be shown at Gamescom, is it going to be the same as E3? We don't actually know. But what we do know, of course, is if you're going to the event, you can actually play the game yourself, and hopefully this time around we will also get some official screenshots, as of course that is something that still has not officially been revealed. All the screenshots that we have seen so far have just basically been screen captures from the trailer that was, of course, revealed back at E3 2019. But again, leave all your thoughts on this stuff in the comment section below, and as always, if you missed any of the previous ones, go ahead and check them out, subscribe for more awesome content, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, as always, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.
Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
You set him up. File, knock him down. Thor, what's your status?
There are humans trapped, and lots of small, angry men with guns.
Was that a joke? Did Thor make a joke? Cat, they got pulsar tanks.